crafty friends. Adhesive is something kind of like buying car insurance. It's not always fun to buy, but it's something you have to have. And we have a new adhesive called the glue sponge. And it was invented by some teachers. It's brand new. It's made to be really sticky, acid-free, it dries clear, it's water-based. The sponge is antibacterial, so it's not gonna get gooey, and it's really neat to use. Basically, the adhesive is inside the sponge, and you just take your die cuts, your little delicate die cuts, and you press them in the sponge like this, so they're getting glue on them, and then you just stick them down on your paper, and you let them dry. And I have kind of a mishmash here of different things I glued, including gems, paper dolls, die cuts. I even have a piece of ribbon here and a piece of rickrack, and it's stuck really good. When I pull it off, it's tearing the paper. And my paper dolls here are stuck flush. And you can see here I've even got a little vellum, and it doesn't even show through on that butterfly. When you open up your glue sponge, you'll see it is basically a sponge that is soaked in glue. I'll show you how the glue works making this little gift bag. I'm starting out with a vellum oval, and you'll find that this glue dries really nice on vellum and you can't really even see it. So I'm putting that on. I have a Found Relatives from Tim Holtz, and you know there are many found relatives around. So I'm going to push that into my glue, glue that right over the top of my little circle there. And I have a little brown flower that I want to add, and I'm going to put that in my glue, and I'm going to use a stylus. And you can just pick it up with your fingers, or if you want to use tweezers, you can pick it up with some tweezers. And I'm going to put my little flower right there, and I'm going to add a gem. Now gems are typically self-adhesive, but if you have used them often, you know that they really need a little extra boost of glue. So I've got one in my tweezers. I'm going to press it down in my glue sponge, and I'm going to put that right in the middle of my flower. I am also going to glue my ribbon with the glue sponge. So I take my ribbon, and you can use your fingers to press it down, or if you want to use the style. I got the glue on my rickrack here, and I'm going to put that right across the bottom of my bag. I put my ribbon on, and then I just let it dry. And then I just made my ribbon a little bigger than I needed, trim it off, and I have a nice little gift bag here. And I think a memory bound gift card would fit in perfectly. And wouldn't that be fun to give to one of your girlfriends? Check out these vellum butterflies. They do not show any adhesive sticking them to this medium darkness paper. If you zoom in here, they don't show any adhesive stuck to the white paper. So if you're looking for an adhesive for vellum, the glue sponge is a great option. I have the pieces to assemble a card, very delicate die cuts, which is what the glue sponge is made for. I cut out this clock face from the Tim Holtz, the new clock die, and I'm just going to push that into my sponge. You can use a stylus if you want. I'm just using my fingers. And then I'm sticking it onto my card. Yes, it does overlap a little bit, but you know what? No problem here. Next, I'm going to add a little doily. I love little doilies. They're such a nice addition to your cards or your scrapbook layouts. And I'm just putting that in my glue sponge, and I'm just going to stick it right here in the middle. And you'll notice it glues down very flat in the middle there, so it doesn't wrinkle like some liquid adhesives. And then I have the word thanks, which is from this fancy die from Hero Arts. Cut it out for the first time, and I absolutely love it. It's very swirly and cursive, and I'm going to put that in my glue sponge. And I'm going to stick that to my card. I've punched out a gray butterfly, and I am going to glue this flat to my card. Punched out a little vellum butterfly, and I'm only going to put adhesive on my butterfly's body. I'm going to take a little stylus and just press it in where I want it to stick. I'm going to stick this right to the top of my butterfly. I want to have a gold butterfly body to match my thanks. So my third butterfly is gold, and I'm just cutting out his little body. Sorry, Mr. Butterfly. Putting him in my glue here because I'm going to glue it down flat. And I'm going to stick this right on top of the body, lay it there with my tweezers. So I've glued everything on here with my new glue sponge, which is great for the delicate cut items. I have all kinds of little vellum butterflies that I punched with this EK Success punch, and you get 4 in 1. So you punch out 4 butterflies every time you punch one. And if you wanted to do a background that's all butterflies, I'm just laying them in here. And I'm gonna kind of push them down with my stylus. Then I'm just gonna take them. I'm pulling them out with my tweezers, but I could probably use my fingers if I wanted to. So I have my whole background done with butterflies. I'm gonna put that over the top of my butterflies. So stop in and try out our new glue sponge and have a great day.